I've seen in a minute. The ladies of Skyy in the house. Oh. What's up, ladies?
Thank you, Andre.
Yeah.
What a wonderful introduction. Thank you, darling.
I'm just saying, I saw y'all perform. I was like blown away. I hope my sister like tuned in and stuff because I had a joke about her about y'all music.
Really?
There's a little thing that happened, but we'll get to that later because I'm going to tease her about that later.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
All right. Now, as you know, the ladies of Skyy are New York natives.
Yes, we are.
And sisters.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
All right, before we even get into anything, I want to know how did y'all stay together so long? You see Unsung and all that stuff, and y'all still together going strong. How did y'all do it? And being sisters.
Well, first of all, being sisters
Made
means
it
that
easy.
we're related.
That's the key.
But yeah, the blood runs very thick and very heavy in our family. And also, I would say we credit our mother,
Yes.
Laverne Dunning, who is no longer with us, but she taught us important lessons about staying together. She said to us one day, all you're going to have is each other, and she raised us that way from the time we were big enough to speak all the way into our adulthood. So it's been easy for us to stay together because we've always operated with a family atmosphere, and I think we even brought that to Skyy, the group.
Yeah, we did. And several other people, and just in our circle, our 360 circle that my sister and I were talking about earlier today. The fact that we are close and we remain close. There are other people that are in our circle that are real, just like really close too, and they call us family. So it's spilled over into our extended family and everybody else. So that's
Okay.
It's Laverne.
So have y'all always been singing since y'all was little?
Yeah.
Church?
No.
Really?
Actually,
High
high school.
No
And in
church?
front of that
No, we
mirror.
didn't sing. No, we
In
didn't.
front of the mirror. Mommy
Yeah.
had a mirror, full-length mirror. You have to excuse me because I have laryngitis. But Mommy had a full-length mirror in her closet. And the three of us used to get in front of the mirror and sing 3 different songs sometimes. And Mommy would have a fit and make us go to our rooms. But we all went to the same high school and we all had the same choral teacher. So that's where we learned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That kind of threw me off on that one.
Yeah, well, because that's a tradition. Church is a traditional path for most people, but we had all of our training in high school.
High school.
We went to high school. Well, I don't even want to say what year. I'll say it.
Don't
say
I'm
it.
proud.
Why
I'm
not?
proud.
Yeah.
Back when there were music programs in school.
Oh, that was a while ago.
That's been a minute.
Yes, I was going to say
it
maybe
on your watch.
that's a foreign concept to a lot of people, but we grew up when music was very integral part, a requirement for graduation.
Yes,
And
sir.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. And so we all
Any
were
type of
in.
music.
Well, we had a band, we had an
Choral, band,
orchestra.
everything.
They had offshoots of that, little jazz ensembles
Theory,
and what have you. Everything.
Blah, did we have that? Blah, did we have that?
Yeah,
I
I
know we
caught
was in- we was
I
in the
caught the
band.
last of that. Like where it was like I learned all my chops in high school.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
With Mr. Manuel, Mr. Abel. So
Yeah,
I had Mr. Mendelson before
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow.
well, we all went to FDR,
FDR.
High School.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, and it was a brand new school when we first went there. It was when FDR first was erected. And we had a tremendous music program there. As a matter of fact, one of the teachers was involved heavily with Motown.
Mr. Bergstein.
Mr. Bergstein, Larry Bergstein, and he actually
the
tried to get
keyboard
us.
player.
No, he was actually a.
No, that's Larry Greenberg.
Oh, Greenberg, okay.
Oh,
okay.
no.
'Cause I met him
This was a
that
teacher. Right.
Mr. Bernstein.
Andre, you're hysterical. Larry Bergstein was actually heavily involved with Motown.
Right.
Okay, during that time period. But we learned through Antoinette Lind,
That's
who was
right.
our choral teacher,
That's
who
right.
taught us how to sing properly.
Ah.
And how
So.
to pronounce and enunciate your words.
Exactly. So we had to unlearn all that to sing R&B, but
So,
that's where we learned to sing.
so
Yeah.
who came up with the name Skyy?
Solomon came up with that. We were talking in the basement before, when we were first getting our record deal with South Soul. We were talking about, how all-encompassing. And if you look at the bio, that's what we were talking about, and that's why he added the extra Y. We wanted everything to be wide and outside and just like as far out into the universe as you could possibly get, because music is a universal thing. You know, you can listen to it in any country and still feel as happy and elated as you would, you know, here in France or, you know, United States or Rome or, you know, anywhere. So
Okay. So what was the first song y'all three sung together and got paid for?
first time around.
No.
No? Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Because
no,
we did.
Deborah's
No.
mother collected. What were we singing?
Oh my
Old Man
God.
River.
Yes.
Okay, so
was
now we're
four
going
of
to
us.
take you back. It was
Way
four of us.
back.
Then we had
Four of
another,
us.
a fourth member. You want to
That's
tell
right.
the story, Bob?
We had a fourth member named Deborah Hunter, and we used to do, that's was even before I went to school, but their school, but we used to do talent shows.
Oh my God, I remember
And,
that. This is so
Old
cool.
Man River was the song that we sang.
We did it a
Like the
cappella.
Temptations.
Like the Temptations.
Temptations
Really?
have this a cappella version of Old Man River that, you know, the old school classic folks will know what we're talking about. But that's the first song we
Well, I
learned
know Old
to
Man
sing.
River, but I didn't think that y'all. Well,
Well,
did it.
I thought it would be
Females-
some type of Motown thing. It's like Supremes or something.
No. Oh, well,
We
we're
did
going to
all-
get to that. The
we
one
did
thing,
all male groups.
yeah, we love
We did
singing
all
male
moments,
songs.
Manhattans,
Yeah.
dramatics, unifics. We did all
Everybody.
male
Because
groups.
we like
Wow.
the way they move. See, we felt the male groups would get out there and really,
Right.
you know, do
And
the,
we like their
what we
home.
call them steps. Right?
Well, I will say that on the performance I saw, y'all was moving.
Well,
Y'all was moving.
Yeah, yeah. They was moving.
They paid for it after, but
absolutely. Ibuprofen, please.
well, y'all had the steps and everything. I put
That's
the
right.
videos up today and stuff. Oh, that was very impressive. So now, how did y'all get involved? You know, building Skyy. You know, 'cause I kind of read y'all got with a group that was already. There was forgot the guy's name.
Yeah, Randy Muller.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, we used to babysit for a guy who ran the Miss Black America New York State pageant, and he said he wanted us to come and sing. And Randy was the musical director for the pageant. And so when Stanley said, "Oh, I got these girls that can sing," Randy was like, "Yeah, right, sure, I've heard this before." And what did we sing? "Oh Man River."
Man River. Yeah, the
'Cause it's
first
a
song we
lush-
got paid for.
Right, back
Yeah.
to that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the first one we got paid for because Deborah Hunter's mother collected from the people in the room. That's how we got
That's
paid.
right.
But anyway, and so Randy heard us, loved us, was very shocked at what he heard.
Yeah.
And kind of took us under his wing. We used to open for Brass Construction.
Right.
We used to do a
Before
lot.
I used to. That's
their
one of my
first
favorite
album
groups, Brass.
ever
yeah.
came out. We,
Wow.
Yeah, we did a lot of things around the New York City area, and we opened for Brass Construction. We came out, the four of us girls, and did our thing, and
Did
then
our,
they
yes, you
did their
can,
thing.
yes, you can.
Yeah, we sang that too.
That was
Boy,
our little
was
thing,
hard.
yeah.
He got us a lot of studio work. 'Cause
Oh yeah, we
we
did.
did a lot of background on
Yeah, Raphael Cameron, Charles Erland.
Erland.
Oh, even before that,
We did a Deltona commercial.
we also did. Who was
We
the guy
did
that had
it-
the Mark Radice?
Yeah,
we
Mark
did that first.
Radice. We did a lot of stuff for Randy.
Wow.
And that's how we kind of learned how to act in the studio because we was a little crazy in the beginning. We were just childish. We were so excited to walk in the studio and be, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
recorded.
that's your first time. That's nothing like
Yeah.
it. It's like, oh,
So John Bradley,
our
who was
favorite
the engineer, had to
Excellent.
settle us. Settle down, girls. Settle
But
down.
he knew how to
And
do it.
brought us back to the real,
The
put our
real
feet
world.
back on the ground,
All right.
And then we got in there and got to singing. Because you know what? People don't realize singing in the studio is very
Totally
different
different.
Right.
than singing on stage. And we
And
had
you're
to
in there.
learn. Yeah, we had to
You're
learn
in there
that
until
lesson.
you get it right.
Now let me ask you this. I always ask artists this because I used to be an artist too.
Okay.
So we chill.
Still are.
But
still
yeah,
are.
yeah, of course. But I came in like the right when the MIDI started coming out, so I know about. My pops used to write songs and all that for Glass Night Pips. Too bad he didn't write for y'all.
Wow.
But I know about take one, take two, take three. So how many takes
Lord.
did it take to do Call Me?
Oh yeah, I was getting it.
Oh my, no, that's not
question.
true. Well, you know what? The background vocals, maybe not, but all I remember, I must have sang, sitting here, I couldn't help hear you, at least 500 times.
I don't think that was the hardest song to me was Here's to You.
Really?
That was
Oh,
the
yeah.
hardest song and Let's Celebrate.
Oh no,
Those two were
show
hard.
me the way.
And, we can go on and on.
Because back then,
I don't want to bring up those memories.
But you know what? In answer to his question, you
a lot of take.
rarely do you go in there and do it in one take,
Right.
especially during that period of time. We were never so happy when the digital age came and we could sing those backgrounds once. And as they say, they would fly the rest. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because when you hear "Here's to You," "Let's Celebrate," "Call Me," every one of those background vocals, we sang every single one of them,
And
which
every single track.
and on every single track. And Randy,
switch notes.
right?
wow.
And when they said, okay, we're going to do the clap track, we knew it was done. We was happy.
And those are real claps.
Oh, yeah. All the claps that you hear on...
Well, that's how it really was
yeah,
back then.
Yeah, when we did the
Yeah,
clap,
because
we knew
that's
that was the
that's what
party
I was
track.
trying to get. Because a lot of artists don't know, like the new artists.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, they got it super good.
Yes.
But it's
Yes.
like now, I mean, back then,
Yeah, the
Motown
lyrics,
days
got the
and
mic
Philly
or whatever.
International South Soul, you had to instruments, you had to play your licks, or you out of
That's
there.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And one of the best
exactly how
parts
it
too
went
is
down.
listening to the Irving Spice strings.
Yes.
A bunch of little
That
old
used-
men that came in with their little hats and stuff that did all of the string arrangements
Violins,
on all the violin arrangements
Yeah,
on.
because Randy
on our
was
stuff. He
really big
He's a great
on
arranger.
arrangements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great arranger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are some nice guys.
So, what was your first hit to hit the charts?
First time
First time
around.
around.
First time around? How did you feel when you finally saw it on the charts? And
Oh my goodness.
And then when Larry Levan made 500 mixes of it.
I got a couple of those.
I know you do.
Two of the 500 below.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first
You know what
one.
it is? It's not to even see it on the charts. It's to hear it on the radio. That's when, because you don't expect it.
Yeah.
You know it's out, but you don't really expect it until when you hear it, and it takes you a second to really realize that that's you.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
But
and
my mother always would get on the phone.
yeah.
Y'all on the radio.
What was the station that first played your song?
First time
No,
around,
it wasn't BT,
it wasn't
BLS.
BLS.
No.
Really?
I want to say it's RKS Kiss. What
Kiss
was
FM?
I don't know what
No,
was that.
not
KTU?
No,
Wasn't
no,
KTU?
before that.
I
There
don't
was-
remember.
oh my
That was
goodness.
so long ago.
You have to look that one
We
up.
had, you'd have to look that one up.
Yeah,
'cause-
that's 70.
Okay, that wasn't in
Because
there.
we
That was 79.
No,
You
no,
have to-
but that, yeah, but
It was because
but I remember it was
first
not
time around
WBLS.
was a big club song.
Yes,
Right.
It was a big club song, so it wasn't. It had definitely
because
tell you it
BLS
wasn't
was
BLS.
urban, contemporary,
Yeah.
all the way
all the way.
under Mr. Frankie.
Yes.
You know, and we did not fit that mold.
At that
It took a long time for us to really be played.
Yes.
Oh, seriously. It took a long time for us to be played on New York radio. It
Oh, yeah.
wasn't really until
Call Me.
I mean, I think Here's to You
Well,
got a
here's
little
to
bit
you.
of play.
Here's to you,
But
God.
it wasn't until Call Me that we really got our sort of recognition in the New York market.
We could come
We
out of
were
New York and go across the border.
south
and everybody
of
knew us.
DC.
What was
DC.
that? Tom's
Maryland,
Mill. Tom's Mills. It was some little town in New Jersey. Browns Mills, New Jersey.
Oh,
If
good
you're
Lord.
out there, Browns Mills.
Yes, I remember that club.
That was the first real gig that we did for the first album, and they ate us up. And anything south of that,
Yes.
DC,
'Cause they loved us in
Maryland,
DC. DC was second home for us.
Yeah, they accepted us sooner
Yeah.
than we were actually accepted in our own
On New York
hometown.
radio, yeah.
So was y'all clubbing at that time? Like you just sitting in the club, all of a sudden your song came on? Did like
We weren't
No.
even really clubbing ourselves then. No,
No,
wasn't.
I can't say that.
I know it was one.
Saying
You went
speak
to
for
R&B
yourself.
clubs, so you didn't go to clubs that played first time around.
No, we were in clubs in Brooklyn that
We
just
were
played
at
mostly
Local
hustle
clubs.
records.
Right.
We was hustling.
Brooklyn
We wasn't.
partiers.
Yeah.
But I was
I
cool.
mean, there could be hustle songs. I mean, you know, you
No,
can dance
first time
anything.
around was just not a hustle
No, I
record.
think they coupled us a lot with funk.
Yeah.
You know what
Funk
I'm
groups,
saying?
yeah.
We're funk groups. I mean, when we
Rick
toured,
James,
we toured
Ohio
with-
Players,
right? Lakeside,
Lakeside.
Dynasty,
Well, those are the real artists then.
Shalimar.
Funkadelic.
Yeah,
we were
Parliament.
mostly Cameo.
Yup.
I mean, those
We
are the groups
coupled
that we
with funk
mostly
all the
performed
time.
with.
Yeah,
Unless
'cause
it was a big Budweiser fest.
to me,
where
I
there were
mean,
other
to
artists.
me, I ain't gonna lie. When I was listening to y'all on the 12 inches, I used to go down my basement and practice on Call Me all the time.
Okay.
But I never considered it as disco. I always considered it as what you just said, funk. Because to me, disco was
Somebody
Yeah.
else.
to the left,
Kinda-
and everybody else was, Brass Construction, Crown Heights Affair,
Right.
y'all. Everybody had that funk groove. Nobody didn't kind of switch over to the disco sound.
Right.
No,
No.
no.
But,
That's
you know.
right. We were definitely,
All right.
excuse me, more on the funk side.
So like your album Skyline, all right,
Yes.
was certified gold.
Yes.
And then the song Call Me was on the same album, correct? Hold on. Let him get this true. Go ahead.
Because that's when you was getting real gold records.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure.
And Call Me was certified gold as well.
Yes, that's correct.
You don't get that too often with real artists today.
Well, you know what?
I
That
mean-
was such a. Call Me took us by surprise,
Yeah.
if you can believe. And many people felt that we were, oh, wow, these guys are great. Meanwhile, we'd been doing it for 5 years. We'd been on the grind, you know what I'm saying, for 5 years. And people thought we were just like this new artist that came out of nowhere. But Call Me just hit the radio airwaves
took off.
and took off like
Gangbusters.
gangbusters. And we had to really kind of
Gather ourselves.
Gather ourselves is right, because we actually got the call from Don Cornelius to appear on Soul Train. We
Y'all
didn't
was
have
on
to-
Soul Train?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
I saw. Yeah.
I wasn't
Train.
there. I wasn't there.
Oh.
Solid gold.
I was
It's a
not
point of
there.
contention
You wasn't?
with her.
I was not
Tell
there.
them why, Dolores.
I was-
Why were you not
because
there,
I was
Dolores?
pregnant with my daughter, and my doctor said, you cannot dance. After we did the Call Me video, she said, there's no dancing. She said, if you're going to go, you're going to have to sit on a stool. There's no dancing.
Well, you can't.
And I was like, huh? What?
Both the times you wasn't there.
But-
No, I've only got one child, please. No, the second time when we did Start of a Romance, I was there.
Okay.
But when we did Call Me, the year that Call Me went gold, I was home watching them on TV.
Yeah.
Who was the third person then?
It was a girl named Dorothy Bragg
Right.
who took my place while I was home.
Getting
Because
paid.
we were
Getting paid, by the way.
Getting paid and waiting.
Right, so why was-
Wait, clock ticking. Okay, March 9th, let's hit it.
What'd you say?
Oh, I was getting paid.
You just made me do a Scooby-Doo.
Well, you see, that's the kind of organization Skyy was running, baby.
Well, apparently.
You gets paid. You did the work, you gets paid.
I can understand that.
Maternity leave.
It was cool, but I kind of just wanted to be somewhere else. I mean, watching them my favorite show, one of the most favorites that we grew up with, American Bandstand, not to be able to meet Dick Clark was really a bummer.
Right, we were doing everybody.
That was the
Griffin,
biggest
we was-
bummer ever, not being able to meet Dick Clark.
Oh, did y'all do a midnight special with Man Jack?
Yes. Not Wolfman Jack,
Jack,
no.
he wasn't.
No. Not
didn't do Midnight Special.
No, we
No.
did,
We did Solid
Solid Gold.
Soap Factory.
Soap Factory.
Oh, Soap Factory. I did
That
Soap
was
Factory. I
local.
remember that. That
Right.
was crazy. That was
Because
really
that
fun.
was the first album.
We did Merv Griffin.
Yeah, we did Merv Griffin
Joe
early
Franklin's
on, too.
Memory
Joe
Lane.
Right.
We
Solid
did?
Gold.
I don't remember that.
We did Soul Train
A couple of times.
We did Soul Train.
Yeah, I think we did Soul Train twice. We did Soul Train with Call Me, and we did Soul Train with
But
Star
we
of a Romance.
worked, so we always toured. But Call Me just had us
Yeah.
working.
On the
with-
Working for real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real.
Yes,
I mean,
we were on
for
a
real.
solid, 13-month tour
13
with Kool and the
months
Gang,
with Kool and-
opening for Kool and the
We
Gang.
didn't
Probably
even know
the
the
best
seasons
tour.
had changed.
Yeah, that's right,
Fares
Bonnie.
was changing. We'd come home and it was $1.50. When, things was just,
It was moving.
It was
was
a
a
whirlwind.
it was a whirlwind.
All right. Interesting. Because I got to get into that tour and I know there's some stories and stuff. So.
Good story.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
fun
We had
stuff.
fun.
Because
We had a
you
lot
hear
of fun.
you hear the guys about they touring and stuff.
Because
I
the
want- I
guys
want-
are just guys. They got
Hold on,
They
not
do what they
everybody.
do. They do. No, you're right, and that's one of the things. I will just say this. That's
Straight out
one
the
of the
gate.
things we respected about Kool and the Gang.
Pure gentleman.
Those guys were gentlemen. I won't say the same thing for the road crews. However,
Oh, the guys in Clear were gentlemen as well.
But we,
as you recall.
Yes, as I recall.
We
Well, no, I don't remember.
Yeah,
we
no.
worked with Kool and the Gang for so long. They were always concerned about our feelings and what Skyy,
Our comfort.
as our comfort,
Yes.
what Skyy needed as a whole. And they were just a good group of guys to work with. I've never worked with anybody that was as concerned. They were true artists. and entertainers. Yeah, I know I got the front.
And not
I know
to
people were saying something.
mention,
Yeah, Cool and the Gang.
and not to mention that entire. I don't think that there's ever been a tour that can match the harmony of that tour. Not only
Right.
among us as artists, but with the sound crews and
The
light
road
crews as well,
crew.
because people just see the artists.
Right.
They don't realize that if it's not for those guys putting up them those sound boards
those lights.
and those lights and you know,
Making
just
sure that stage
making
is
sure
right.
everything is right. Those guys, we fell in love with everybody because we traveled with the same sound and light
Yes.
crew for the entire tour.
Right. 13 months.
13 months.
13.
All right, we're gonna
Yeah.
get in. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna go on a quick break. 13 months. Wow. All right, we're gonna go on a quick break with DJ Bilal. We have the ladies of Skyy in the house enjoying this conversation. I'm seeing everybody enjoying it too. So we'll be right back. This is Dre's house. I'm Mr. Dre. DJ Bilal, take us out.